Alrighty, it's time for an arena cube. Let's crack a pack. Let's crack another pack. This pack is pretty poor. I'm actually going to take Steam Vents. And look, the best cards in the pack are Miscalculation, Generous Plunder, Vivi. I mean, Vault-Born Tyrant and Sin can be good with some cards, but I wouldn't usually want to start with them. Same with Tidebinder's a fine card, Bankbuster. Well, Steam Vents is just the actual best card in the pack, so yeah, let's go ahead and take that. Now there's a World Spine Worm. Flash enjoyers, rejoice. But I don't usually like taking this without Flash if there's better options. And this there really isn't here. Well, this is a tough start too. I guess I'll take Treasure Cruise because I could be like a blue. The blue-red decks can use Cruise pretty nicely. Badgermole Cub is actually a pretty strong card. You know what? I've liked green in this cube. Surprising to say, I'm sure. But I'll just take the Cub. Now I'm going to take Verdant here. I was already likely going to take Verdant. If I had taken Steam Vent's Treasure Cruise, I'd probably take Seasoned Pyro, I guess. There's also Balance, which is a great card, and Atroxa, so a lot of the Flash cards going by, but I think that the Steam Vents, I don't have to hang my hat on an entire Steam Vents just because I first picked it. Here, there's an Inquisition of Kozilek, an Urza's Bauble. I guess there's a Thalia and a Dragon's Rage. Huh. So nothing if I end up in the green deck, which my last two picks kind of led me to. Maybe I'll just take a Bauble. Bauble is just like a generally pretty good card. Inquisition's fine, but it's just another color. And I would rather just take the Bauble, and I don't know. We'll find somewhere good to go from here. We just have to find a card that pulls us that direction. And here, oh, there's a Pest Infestation. I do like that. There's also some bad Turtles cards. I'm not even going to finish reading those. I mean, maybe this one makes a +1/+1 counter and a food token is something, but I'm going to take Pest Infestation over Inti and Savannah, I suppose, are like the two most likely cards to want to take. And getting a fifth pick, good green card. All right, and now there's a bunch of green cards, so I will draft it. I'll probably take the Cub. I like Scythecat Cub. I have a fetch already. I think it's pretty strong. Surroc's not bad. I always never mind an Ether Spellbomb. And there's Regrowth and Witness, which I guess means Time Walk hasn't been opened yet. And here, there's a Steel Cutter, but I think I'm just going to take Taiga. Red often wants to play green. It makes Verdant, this turns Verdant into red duels. I could be like a Teamer deck. Red and 6 is a card I like. I just don't find Steel Cutter to be the best fit into green decks. And look, now we can take Loot. I think Loot's pretty good. And it's quite castable with the lands I have. It's kind of like a 6-mana play, because when you play Loot, you really want to be able to activate it, but it also hits for a lot right away. Yeah, it's just a very solid card. So, all right, I think a kind of weak start, but I think we've salvaged some good stuff here. Look, now we can take an Ouroboros. Ouroboros goes pretty hard. All right, we'll draft Big Green. And here there's an Exploration. You know what? I'll take Exploration. I don't think I'm that likely to play it, but I don't really want to play Faithless Looting, Sunbait Canyon, Fire Blast. Yeah, these are just not cards I'm going to play. So, sure, we'll spec on a Faithless or Exploration. We'll see where this can go. My guess is the sideboard, but then here there's a bunch of black-white cards. I mean, I guess I could take the land, but you know what? I think I'll take Pyromancer. I don't know how much red I'm going to play. I could be like red-green, in which case Pyromancer seems kind of legit. Turn 3 Pyromancer into Ouroboros. Oh, look, I'll take Commercial District. This is like the Steel Cutter. Dragon's Rage Channeler just doesn't fit that well because the main reason is because of, instead of cantrips, I'll have green dorks. So this is 2/1 Trample. At the beginning of second main, if you attack this turn, so you play this attack, you get a +1/+1 counter and a food token. I'm going to take Savannah. I think I'm more likely to want to splash white. And look, Sorok for free. Hazoret, probably not. All right, next pack. Again with the really bad packs, but I think I'm just going to take Wasteland here. Look, Sentinel and Elves, I'll get one of those back. One of the strengths of drafting green is you can wield most of the green cards you want. I don't care much about Screaming Nemesis. This is unintelligible to parse art-wise, but it's a Jite. I would take Lightning Bolt over Jite, but I'm going to take Wasteland because I'm still on the lookout for Titania and Renin 6. You know, not that much for Sneak, though. We passed World Spine Worm, Atroxa, Vault-Born Tyrant already. And I don't know what I will take. Maybe I'll just take Probe. I don't think I need Ralgren Triumph or Hushwood Verge. These white cards are just whatever. I'm just going to take Probe. I just don't want to spec on Sneak here. And here I think I'll take Noble. Looks like a solid spot for a Noble. Explore. Mana Conflict is a good card, but my mana's looking pretty good right now. Boomy, maybe if it wheels, I'll consider it. But Booster Tutor is also not a bad card, but we don't really have the setup for that. Now there's Crucible I'm not going to take. There's an Omnath, a Fiery Confluence. Felia is a busted card, and I do have a Savannah and a Verdant, but I think I'm just going to take Fiery Confluence. Adding Artifact Removal, which I guess I already have with Pest Infestation, plus a Board Sweeper and a bunch of damage. And then Omnath, Michelangelo, maybe Pyrite. Like, there's going to be some cards that come back here, but I think I'm going to build my deck to be heavier red-green, splashing some blue. Ooh, a little Minskin Boo. I'll take that over Mana Leak. Mana Leak would probably be the card I'd take otherwise, though Lapse is also great. And there's a Copperline Gorge that might come back. Pyrokinesis, because people seem to not take that card, which is surprising. I think Pyrokinesis is incredible. And, oh, is it too late? There is an LED. I think I should probably just take Seer. I'm really not a Brain Freeze Breach deck, and not really an Ugin deck either. All right, I'll take Seer. And now there's Stomping Grounds, but there's also Vibrance. I've been wanting to try Vibrance. I already have Taiga and Commercial District, so I don't think the Stomping Ground is going to be like a massive loss. And if I get Strip Mine, having a 2-mana way to go fetch Strip Mine seems pretty nice. I already have a Wasteland, especially if I get Renin 6, maybe Crucible Wheels, and I'll consider it. All right. This is looking good. I like where we're at. Huh. Is it too late to Luris? Let's see. Here, I don't really think Might Form Harmonizer is a playable Magic card, so I don't really want to take it. I'm not an Urza deck by any stretch. Maybe I just take Razor Verge Thicket in case I do end up with like a Swords to Plowshares or something. And then Sentinel came back. So did Ponder. But we're taking Sentinel now. We've got a good curve for it. And Tireless Provision or Landfall, make a food or treasure is not a bad card, I think, in a deck like this. But I'll just take Hushwood Verge. I'll get ready for that white splash that is never going to come through. I've got 3 green-white duels and a fetch. I mean, I guess I could have taken like Elite Spellbinder or something, but all right. You know, Boomy Unleash. So 5 mana, 5/4 trample, Earthbend 4, and if it hits, you probably win. All right, I'll take that over Explore. I think I don't really care about Explore. I might play Exploration though. Well, I'll run it. I mean, I've got a lot of 4s and 5s, and I might get if I can get a Renin 6, I think I'll be pretty into that. And here, you know what? I actually think this is the Omnath spot. I have the white duels that are relatively cost less, and I have a Steam Vents and a Verdant, so I don't have like the most blue fixing, but we can probably work on that. Okay. And I think Exploration is looking fine here. The other thing about Exploration is I have like Sentinel, I have Omnath, I have ways to get mana. Oh, I'll take Memory Lapse. Memory Lapse is a great 3 picks left. There's a Memory Lapse. Just having a counterspell is so nice. I do need to find a few more blue sources. A blue Greenland in particular would be really nice. Oh, is that a Black Lotus? I could have had Black Lotus and LED, but no Brain Freeze or Breach. It's okay. I am not complaining. I'll take Black Lotus, and this Minskin Boo stock just went through the roof. Turn 2 Vibrance. All right. There's Wistfulness, Leatherhead, Malevolent Rumble. I'm not going to get Volk back. Not that I actually even need it as much. Yeah, I'll get something out of this pack too. You know, I don't mind that. And then there's the Renin 6. All right, I'll take the Renin 6. I have just Verdant and Wasteland, but I'm on the lookout. And I mean, I could take Flage here. Flage is a really broken card. Actually, I think I will. I just always win when I have Flage and always lose when I play against it, or, you know, that seems to be the case. Let's just take Flage, and if Renin 6 wheels, great. I don't have a Renin 6 deck yet, and I think Flage is just going to be better, and I have all these green-white duels, and I'm really hoping to pick up another. I mean, either way, I'm hoping to pick up another fetch or two here. And here, there's a Library of Alexandria, a Delighted Halfling, Laelia, Spell Pierce. Jetmir's Gardens would actually be kind of nice. But I do have Taiga and Savannah, so I can get those. I can make Jetmir's Gardens piece by piece. I think I'm actually just going to take Delighted Halfling. I don't think I want Library, and the 3rd 1-drop Accelerant is about right. That's about how many you want. All right, I think I'll take that over Laelia. There's Breach. Very funny, very funny. I mean, I guess I could take Breach, and if I see Brain Freeze, but the problem is this deck's not going to be that good at searching these things up either, so I honestly think I'm better off just taking like a Lotus Cobra or Earthbender Ascension, or maybe just Reprieve. Reprieve is great, and I have a bunch of fixing. All right. Could use more of that fixing, though. Now there's Quantum Riddler, Tameo, Iteration, Chariot. I like Chariot in decks like these, and Chariot Lotus is really nice, but I have a bunch of expensive cards already. So I kind of feel, are we in Lush Portico territory? We're definitely not playing Subtlety. No, yeah, all right. We'll Lush Portico here. And, oh, Pyrogoyf? All right, sure. I'll take that over Path. Pyrogoyf is pretty nice. And, all right, a blue-red Surveil. Oh, Green Sun Zenith. So I have it for 2 mana. It's decent at 3 mana, decent at 4 mana, 5 mana. This Green Sun's is kind of nice across the board. All right, let's do that. And, oh, a blue-green tap land. I don't know why there's a Psychic Frog 8th pick. You know, that's fine. I don't think I want Currency Converter either. Yeah. Could take Springheart, but I don't really think much of a Springheart deck. And now Wistfulness came back, so did Leatherhead and Stirring Wild or Shifting Wildwood. I'm not going to take the Wildwood, but I think Wistfulness. Well, I've got a bunch of 5s, I've got a bunch of 4s. Actually, let's go Leatherhead. Though I don't have. Oh, I have a couple ways to kill artifacts already. All right. I think I'll go Leatherhead. It's that or Brazen Borrower. And oh, Red and 6 came back. Yeah, I mean, I think I might play it. It's just not going to be the best here. Then Ulvenwald Oddity. I don't think I want Goblin Bard. All right, well, I'm going to have to cut some cards. Yeah, no one wanted Underworld Breach. I've got a lot of expensive green cards, and I will cut some amount of them. I don't think we want Net of the Reliquary either. Not seeing any more fetches at all. I don't think I saw a single other fetch besides like I don't count the MH3 like, you know, for Twisted Landscapes or the Landscapes or whatever. All right, I don't think this is much of an Urza's Bauble deck. It's barely a Gitaxian Probe deck, though I guess they're kind of nice with Flage to fill the graveyard. Yeah, I mean, I just don't need all these things. I think, yeah, is Exploration good? I even picked up Lotus, so I've got another Accelerant. All right, Exploration is out. That's how it be. Season Pyro is kind of interesting. I could take out Chariot and Leatherhead. I think Oddity and Ouroboros are better. Boomy, I think I take out because I think Vibrance and Loot are better. I still have a lot of things to Lotus out here. And mana-wise, I feel like this is probably okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white sources, plus not counting Lotus or Lotus Cobra or Noble. Or Delighted Halfling for Omnath and Flage for that matter. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red sources, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green. I got 1 more green, 1 less red, and then 1, 2, 3 blue sources. Maybe what I do is I cut the Memory Lapse because I picked up the Reprieve, and I can maybe cut the Island. I think playing Loot and Omnath make total sense here, and I've got a couple, like Delighted Halfling works for both, Noble works for both, Lotus Cobra, and all that. And I think I'll just keep the basic Island. This is 17 lands, right? Yeah, and I don't think I want to cut a land here. And I need to cut 1 more of these cards. It could be Oddity. It could be the Cub. I didn't end up with a lot of fetches. Maybe that's actually it. I like Scythecat Cub, but I feel like I didn't quite end up there. All right. Interesting. Got some options. Wish the land stuff came together a little bit more, but you never really count out a deck with a Lotus, I don't think. All right. Time for round 1, and got Lotus in the opener, and if I lead on green, I can cast a double kicked Vibrance on turn 2. Sounds reasonable. Obviously, I'm going to keep this hand, and Gitaxian Probe will give me a sense of what I should be doing with this Lotus. All right. Let's see what they've got. Plains Go, huh? All right, well, let's go Gitaxian Probe. Paying the Life. What do we got? Ademi, Elspeth. All right. And I guess I could play Surveil. Sure. I'm not activating Vinestock for a while. Yeah, I'll keep Oddity on top because I think turn 2 Vibrance kill. Well, I guess they're going to leave a Demi mana up. Okay, they drew Figure of Destiny. They chose to play Figure instead. Huh. All right. Well, that does make things easier for me, so I guess I'm in for it. And sack this for red. Green. Vibrance, pay 5. Deal 3 and go get a land. I don't even have a good land to get at this point. I think I'll just get commercial district. I could get a verdant to get commercial district, but this seems fine. And then they can't Lelia here in attack into vibrance. So all they're going to do is they're going to either play Nia first, hope to hit a land so they can get the, or a 1-drop so they can get the value right away, or leave mana up for a demi. All right, looks like they're doing that. Another land, huh? All right. Commercial district. This isn't going to work out great if every card I draw is a land. And honestly, I don't think, no, I'm going to attack because I know it's going to let them Lelia me, but I can get Ovenwald Oddity down. And I can send, and then they have Elspeth, but I take 6. If they do Lelia, I take 6, and then I attack them back for 8. And partially helped. If they had a land I could destroy with a Wasteland, we'd be talking about a very different thing. Playing your land first? Well, it's not really a good play, but I guess no reason to get punished for it. Ragavan, huh? They hit the 1-drop too? All right. Well, I need a Minsk and Boo is what I need. Best I can do is another land. Oddity, send for 4. Definitely did not work to attack with the Vibrance, I'll say that. But part of the problem is they've got this Elspeth too, so sitting back I don't think is going to be all that good. I'm just hoping they don't have mana for this. Block Ragavan. And attack back for a bunch. All right, I'm going to get Elspeth. So the Elspeth, my Vibrance, and they can hit me for 9. Don't love that. And I don't even know if drawing Minsk and Boo gets me out of this. I guess had I attacked, it would have. I feel like I should have either attacked both times or not attacked both times, or not attacked last time and attacked this time. Oh. Okay, well, Minsk and Boo wins the game now. Assuming they don't Ragavan me here. If they Ragavan and hit Minsk and Boo, I'll be annoyed. Herboroid? That would actually have come close to winning the game. Oh, they get 2. Oh, they had a bolt. Okay. Well, didn't think that was happening anyways. All right, let's keep going. All right, time for round 2. And what do we got? All right, I will run this. I'm on the play and I have turn 2 Reprieve. And then hopefully a turn 4, well, hopefully a turn 3 Minsk and Boo. I have to just draw a green source and I've got that. I would generally say keeping a Reprieve Minsk hand is on the play is totally fine. On the draw, this would definitely be worse, but would I keep it? Yeah, I'd probably be inclined to. Plus, any hand with Minsk and Boo, if I just draw Lotus, you get some free wins there. And as we saw last game, Lotus does not guarantee a free win depending on what you Lotus out. The Wastewood Verge into a Birds of Paradise. All right. Vince. Well, it's at least blue for loot. I'm going to get to reprieve something here. Maybe. I mean, I'm not reprieving the Mana Crypt, obviously. Nissa. Well, I do get to reprieve Nissa. There's a Probe and a Hushwood Verge. All right, well. I am... Okay, that's something. They still get to Nissa next turn, but I do get to at least go Flage on the birds. And now they go Forest Nissa, or Island rather Nissa. All right, let's get some coin flips. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to help, but they can play Nissa and they can play Badger Mole Cub afterwards. Yeah. Mana Crypt got me pretty good here. Turn 2 Nissa, turn 3 Nissa. Drop gets animated. They don't even hit me for 3 first? Yeah. All right. I mean, Wasteland is good, but I think I have to go Minsk and Boo and make a 4/4. And I don't think I even attack the Nissa because I'm not actually killing it. They can play Leatherhead. I mean, they can play their whole hand now. I don't know what other cards they've drawn, but they have a million mana. They have 3, 6, 8, 10 mana, something like that. Because these each, because of the Badgermole Cub, these each tap for 3 mana. Or no, this is not a forest. Sorry, 3, 5, 7, 9 mana plus. I guess if they play an Underground Mortuary, they could end up untapping it and getting an even one more mana because it's a forest. The good news is I do get to block and eat a land if they want to attack Minsk and Boo. They have a removal spell. I'm toast. I could play Loot the Pathfinder next turn. I'm also not the furthest away from Flage. Obviously, I need a little help there. Okay, they're just not going to kill Minsk and Boo? Okay. Or do they have something else? 6? Or they can play the bird. That doesn't matter. Okay. Let's decline to make another token, of course. Pest infestation. Okay. Man, I can make this a 7/7. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is go. Actually, I'm gonna play my Steam Vents, pay 2 life, a pest infestation for 2. I'm not gonna wasteland here. I'm just gonna make. I can wasteland next turn. Make another token, make 4, and then make this into a 7/7 past the turn. I think that they should have killed Minsk and Boo, the Planeswalker, last turn. Oh, they didn't even cycle into Triumph? Okay. Because now I actually think I might be doing okay. And I can play Loot and Bolt next turn if I want to. I did kill the Mana Crypt, which was giving me a source of damage, but I think that's fine. They still have a lot of mana, but I don't really see what their attacks do. All right, this is Emblem 8. Zerk. And we're close on Flage. We're not there yet. Go loot the Pathfinder. Let's see if I plus I can put +1/+1 counters on this. If I attack with this as a 5/7 double striker, they block with everything. I can shoot a land. I can first strike down uh, Leatherhead and the island if I say, and then it just they can kill the loot, but I kill like their whole board. I could attack with the big Minsk. I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm just going to attack them. And it doesn't have trample, so yeah, they're just going to block and get their land back. Guess that's fine. Okay. Pass the turn. They can get a bunch of forests into play with their Nissa, but I'm not overly concerned about that. Minsk and Boo is pretty good, and I also feel like I'm actually kind of close to being able to like burn them out. And if they do this, then in response I can kill one of their lands with loot. So I guess they get to replay Nissa with 6 is kind of the issue. Maybe I should have just pinged the Nissa down to 5. They can't have that many more forests, but I guess it does make their things indestructible. Let's see what they get here. You know what? Maybe I am supposed to shoot Nissa here. I'm concerned. Yeah, I changed my mind. I think I actually should have done that already. Though them searching out a forest makes it a little less likely that they're going to Nissa ultimate anyways. Still don't really think that they have great attacks here. And they agree. Decline. Badger Mole Cub, that's interesting. So I can't get double green off it though. I can play Surok. I can draw some cards. I can draw like a million cards here if I throw Minsk and Boo at them. I draw 7 cards. That actually seems kind of fine. All right. Sack this. It's going to go to the face. Okay. Now I've got double green, so I could play the Ouroboros if I want. We're not quite there on Flage, though we're getting close. And I think I want to get some creatures into play. 1, 2, 3, 6 mana. I can play Ouroboros, but I don't know that that's... I think I've got to be... I mean, it's got to be Badger Mole Cub to start with. Badger Mole Cub, Verge. Tap this for green. Noble. Sentinel. And pass the turn. Because I've already used the loot damage effect, so... Okay. This board is kind of getting clogged down, but I have this Minsk, which is pretty close to lethal next turn. Because I can minus it. I can throw the loot for 5. But I assume I can get it to be quite a bit larger here. So let's draw 3 cards. Oh, and I have a Vibrance for a Bolt. All right. I mean, I guess I will make a Hamster, though. Might as well. Oh, and a Fiery Confluence. So I feel like I've got a lot of things that... All right. Let's see. Yeah, I guess let's just deal 6 to you. Turns out they turn 2 Nissa, I reprieved it. Turn 3 Nissa, and they never attacked me. So, yeah, I mean, I guess... Here, let's add red, I guess. And let's cast this with both kickers. Okay. Deal 3 to you. Just go get a lush portico, sure, whatever. Then sack a creature, and sure, I'll sack loot. Deal 5. All right. Felt like I probably shouldn't have won that, but I don't know. Maybe the Minsk and Boo was too big, but I feel like I think that the pivotal turn that they could have given them a better shot. I mean, they ended up losing the game, so it's probably worth exploring what they could have done differently. And in this particular case, I think they're supposed to attack Minsk and Boo with like the 2/3/3 lands and like whatever other idiot they had. Throw away a 3/3 in order to kill Minsk and Boo, because the Minsk and Boo just kept going up and eventually did 15 damage to them or something. Or I guess it was like 12 damage to them and drew me a million cards. Right. 1-1. And I'm on the play with a hand that really hinges on this Restless Vinestock. Let's really good land though, because I don't need green on turn 1, so it doesn't need to be untapped. And this is one of the better creature lands. I like including that one. Let's go. Oh, Fast Bond? All right. Let's see what you got. Island. Okay. Turn 1 mana drain. Thanks to Fast Bond. Oh, paying a blue? Tapping a mana when you have Fast Bond in play? Where's the dream? Where is the dream? Go Cub here. And I could get a little cheeky and put the counter. Oh, are they going to daze me here? They could force or subtlety, but that seems a little bit, wow, aggressive, I was going to say. Pitching a Thundertrap Trader? Sure. I was going to say, if you put the counter on the Restless Vinestock, whenever it has the triggered ability when it attacks in, you can also pump it to make it bigger if you want it to. It's kind of nice. All right, well, they got an Earthbender Ascension out. I think that's fine. Let's just play Surrock. I guess they knew that things were going to be uncounterable soon, so. Okay, Legend of Kuruk's pretty good here. They've got a lot of mana. They need some gas. I am going to get to bash them for a bunch of damage in a second, though. Wolvenwald Oddity. Take 8. And then next turn I have Seer plus Reprieve up, so better have a good turn. They scryed both to the bottom last time, so... And this time they're keeping 1. So they're on 4 cards now, you know. Ouroboros, okay. But they can't make it bigger unless they have 2 lands? Oh, okay, they have 2 lands. So now Ouroboros is going to be big enough that I'm probably going to have to trade a Seer plus a creature for it. Alternately, I can go Noble Hierarch, attack with the Oddity, and hope they just block with Ouroboros. Greedy, I'm going to Seer this. If they have a counter, they have a counter. If they have a way to bounce Oddity, then I draw a card. Oh, they did have a way to bounce Oddity, so I do draw a card. And play Razorbird's Thicket. They're really, Brazen Borrower and I guess Fresh Start are really the only cards that could have had an impact there, but now I am good. I mean, and they also could have potentially bounced before, but now I am getting hosed though, because now the Ouroboros is just going crazy. Good beats. Now I'm dead. They could have even used Bossing Say first if they wanted to. I guess I'll take 19 and go to 1. They have 1 blocker. We're close. Unfortunately, I needed a way to get that out of the way. But all right, 1 and 2. Getting a little worked here. All right, well, now I've got a Lotus, so I do like that. Green Suns for 3, I can like turn on a Surrock. Well, they're booster tutoring, so I guess we'll have a little more information. I could also set up the turn 2 Vibrance play once more. Worked out so great last time. I mean, we'll see what they get off booster tutor. But I don't think I'm going to Lotus out of Green Suns. That doesn't sound right. I would almost rather do that on turn 2 and get Ovenwald Oddity or Ouroboros or something, though probably just still Vibrance at that point. But we'll see what they tutor for, since I guess they're probably about to select here. You do look at 15 random cards. Okay, they got a Wastewood Verge. All right. I think I pass. It's worse against hand disruption, but they have a green land now, and there's a lot of green artifact removal. Tarmogoyf. All right. I guess I'll just Vibrance that thing. Green, green, red. Vibrance. Bolt and go get Wasteland. I also actually have a Mondo combo here. I'm going to go Wasteland, Badger Mole Cubbit. It's going to be nice. Because then you can sack it. Comes back off Earthbending. It does make me wait a turn, because it will then have Summoning Sickness, but maybe not, actually. I think I'm going to... Well, I'm going to play the Wasteland, but I'm not going to use it yet. I'm going to go... Kill the Fable. Send with Vibrance. I'll double block on the way back. All right. It's looking pretty good. I mean, they still do get a treasure token. But next turn I can Wasteland them, and then it comes back, but I can't do it again right away. Alternately, I could just Badger Mole Cub, play Sentinel, but we'll see what they've got. So they're black-red, but also, I mean, they got this off Booster Juice, so who knows? We don't really have a ton of information what that could mean. Oh, I see. Guess they are definitely playing red, and I assume playing green because they have Copperline Gorge in their deck, so. Okay. Into a Keen-Eyed Curator. All right. Let's not actually Wasteland here. Let's go Badger Mole Cub. I mean, I will end up using Wasteland at some point, but I'm going to play the Sentinel, tap the Wasteland for more mana. And then next turn, I could either set up Ouroboros plus use the map token on it to try to pump it, or cast a Green Sun Zenith for like loot. It's pretty good. Currently, they can make their Keen-Eyed Curator a 7/7 at a moment's demand. They have plenty of types. Fire Covenant's pretty good. Fire Covenant, so it ended up being those three for those three. They took 6, but they ended up with a 2/2 token. Oh, getting mind twisted. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Make Sentinel bigger, maybe, or at least draw land, if so. Land. All right, I guess I kind of get to surveil too. Don't want Cobra. I'm going to attack with the Sentinel. If they want to double block, I'll trade for the Curator and be happy about it. Their Curator is much more threatening here. I think it's trample anyway, so let's map token the Sentinel. Okay, that's a lot of lands in a row. Kill Copperline Gorge. Oh yeah, they get to just Keen-Eyed Curator. So I guess actually I was supposed to just wait. Forgot about that interaction. And pass the turn. I think I'm dying to that Keen-Eyed Curator unless I can find something. I guess they're at 7, so they can't just attack willy-nilly. This is funny. Seeing that in cube is pretty funny. I mean, if I draw Minskin Boo or Loot or, any of my big good things, then we're talking. All right, Ovenwald Oddity, sure. And pass the turn. But I'm not that far from flipping Oddity if it comes down to it. They're going to get to grow their Curator. Yep. Artifact, land, sorcery, creature. They can just do whatever they get to get all of them anyways, so. Curator is big. So had I waited on Wasteland, I mean, I guess it would have just been whether I wanted to Wasteland or not. Maybe it was not worth it. Well, I don't really use my graveyard a whole lot, so this is not too big of a deal. All right. So in 2 turns, if I draw land, I get to make Oddity gigantic, and that probably wins me the game. Because then I can attack with everything. The Curator has to block Oddity. Obviously, if they have an answer to Oddity, things kind of fall apart, but I don't think there's anything I could draw, because the Lotus is gone, that would do it right away. Unearth the Tarmogoyf. Sure. Hopefully a spell this turn. Oh yeah, Surrock is not bad. Play Mountain. That's the turn. I mean, they don't want to actually go too deep on Curator because of their Tarmogoyf, though. They have all of the cards here too. So, except Artifact. They did eat the Lotus. That actually could cost them. Target my Surrock, but not my Oddity. Maybe they have a Chain Lightning, and they have to do it. Now, Minskin Boo. It's clearly not good news. All right. I'm at 22, so, gives creatures trample or haste, so they can actually put the counters on the Curator if they want. I could also sack the Tarmogoyf to kill the Ovenwald Oddity. I would draw a card off Surrock. That's not a crazy play to make, to be honest. Loot probably puts me in a decent spot. I would imagine. I won't be able to draw the cards, but I'd be able to bolt something. I could probably just attack maybe into the curator. Herboroid is gone, right? Yeah, it's gone. All right, they put 3 counters on Minsk. All right, so if I flip this 8/8 and all your other creatures have trample and haste and +1/+1, so that this is, well, let's just count. This is 8, 13, 17, 20 points of trample. They have to block with 13, which they have. So let's say those two double block Oddity. This one eats Surrock. Oh no, then they die, so they can't quite do that. It's not getting better for me. Let's just attack and hope that they mess up. Honestly, I don't even know how this is all going to work. I'll let them try to figure that out. But I feel like I will at least get some value here. I think the curator probably is priced into blocking the Oddity, or at least if they don't, like this doesn't, does this work? I guess it kind of works. So they don't die here. My stuff does, and then I get to put a counter on Oddity afterwards, and I trade for Tarmogoyf as well, and they go to 1. But I'm left with an Ovenwald Oddity in play. That's an 8/8. They're left with a 4/4, a 7/7, and then those two die. Okay. Well, kind of interesting. We'll see. We'll see if this works out for them. Because if they want to kill the Oddity, yeah, they have to block like this. They're not running out of time because they have 2 time banks, but they might feel the time pressure here. Okay, they like this block. That's fair. I get to use the map token next turn too if I want to. All right, flip the Oddity. Next turn, they can hit me for a lot of damage. They can hit me for 18, but if they have anything, it's pretty bad news for me. They can't quite kill the behemoth here, and it gives my other creatures haste. So if I draw another creature here, then it's on. All right, so they're gonna, oh, okay. They're just junding it up. Yeah, I see that. All right. Well, now time for me to draw red and 6 to finish this in a classy way. Behemoth, Reveal Seer, and then dead. All right. Well, I think this deck was really bad. So I'm not surprised that I lost. When you Lotus in your first game on turn 2 and play a 5-drop and the game's not even that close, like, I just think that none of the good reasons to be green came together. Like, we didn't get the land stuff going. I have a Wasteland and a Wrenn and 6. I have a couple individually good cards. Obviously, Black Lotus is good. Pest Infestation, Flage, Minsk and Boo are nice cards. Pyrogoy, Fiery Confluence. So I had pretty decent card quality. I just feel like my cards didn't work that well together. And overall, I just didn't think this deck really had what it took. It did not. Could have certainly played differently. I'm not saying I couldn't have, but I think this deck ended up kind of poor. Just not. This is like a bad version of the green decks that I do like to draft. So we'll have to give those another spin. But you know what? That'll do it for now. I appreciate you hanging out. Can't all be winners. I've had a pretty good record lately, so it's time to toss my opponents a bone here. So 1 and 3. Quick 3 and out, as it were. But I'll be back tomorrow. We'll play some more Magic, and we'll do a lot better. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.